Hello Libra, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. This week, Libra, we're diving into the ancestral messages. You guys were the ones that kind of started, well, it was an idea I had in my head, and then you guys had that reading. It was a couple readings ago that I did, but a few weeks ago because I had some time off. And it was unexpected that an ancestral message would come through. And I think it was sort of clarified for me that, yeah, it was something I did want to do on the channel, and it was okay to do it. It has created a tiny bit of controversy in different spots throughout the channel, but you know what? Without controversy, there is no growth, and there is no thought, and there is no expansion. So, here we go. I will say to take this reading with an open mind and an open heart. Please respect the story of the person who is coming through, the ancestor that's coming through. It may or may not be your ancestor. The representation of this ancestor is not... This feels like a full disclaimer. It's gotten to this point at this point. It's gotten to this level at this point. The representation that is depicted of this ancestor is not meant to diminish anyone else's representation of themselves. So please do not take it that way. I see this person as they are being told to be seen to me. So, and also, imagine if you would, when you go, if you've ever been to a group reading by a psychic or a medium, and it's not one of those readings where, you know, you each take a private turn with them in a room. It's they're reading the whole room. So that's a little bit of like what this could be. There can be messages that really pertain to you, and then at some level it doesn't, and maybe not at all. But I'm going to tell you, I have learned so much this week doing these readings. The stories of some of these people that have come through are amazing. And the messages, like, oh, wow. I had to go have a break and have lunch and chill out after doing Virgo, because it was like unpacking just amazing information. But it's not easy to do that, because I think that really profound stuff is not just given to us on a silver platter. You have to figure it out, and you gotta figure it out. So, and this is kind of helping us, but you still gotta put it together. I still gotta put it together for you. So there is an extended at the end of this, and if you're drawn to it, the link is at the top of the description. In the extended, I'm going into my Journey of Love Oracle deck, and I'm pulling out a card that is words of encouragement to you from whoever this spiritual guide is, this ancestor that is coming through. And then I will pull tarot cards out to find out what they're trying to guide you towards, why, what is the lesson in this, and the next steps moving forward. So we're going to get started right now. I'm starting with my Spellcaster's Tarot, and you can see it's small, it's reduced. All I have in here are the Major Arcana and the Court cards to kind of tell us, get us an idea of the energy of this person, who they were. I'm using the imagery as well, excuse me, to help along. And then we will go into the Energy Oracle deck to get some idea about this person's life that they went through. That the life experience that comes through in this reading has pretty much without fail had something to do with the message for you guys, because I will pull out more tarot cards for a direct message, but it's all linked. I mean, it's all totally linked. Spirit doesn't have time to waste time. Spirit doesn't have time to waste time. Need you to know now. All right. Libra, who's coming forward at this time to speak to Libra? Who's coming forward at this time? Oh my goodness. Also, to let you know, the reoccurring theme this week, which makes sense, is coming from, I don't know, I mean, people working in divine energy. Yes. Is love. Sending love, working in partnership with you for love, growing and expanding love. It's all about love. So, the two cards that came out here are the Chariot and the Queen of Cups. There's also been a lot of feminine energy that's been coming through in these readings. Very sort of motherly energy. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay, I think it's gone. I'm feeling too, I'm kind of getting that here with this again. Either a mother, an aunt. I'm hearing godmother. Godmother? It might be godmother for someone. Could also be someone that you haven't known in this lifetime. Like that is an ancestor of yours that passed away before you were born, but is serving you. Their connection to you is not necessarily a three-dimensional, but it is a spiritual. And they're here to be a guide for you, try to communicate to you when they can, try to help you along, be supportive. Now, the underline is interesting, and it's so funny that it would come out as a devil. This is the card that came out for Virgo's reading. Because the energy that I'm seeing here, that's coming forward for you, is about moving forward. It's about being able to come out of a period of stagnation into, I'm hearing like this glorious explosion of movement into love too, with the Queen of Cups. I mean, so much love to give. Very, very creative energy, very intuitive, very emotional. But it's emotional maturity. This is emotional maturity. I'm not getting anything in particular out, I mean, about this person's features. It's not yelling at me in the card like, yes, they had black hair. Yes, they had a bit of an olive skin or a darkened complexion. I think it's very open on this one. It's not coming through to me as something significant. But it does feel like that this is someone who is a woman. Oh, interesting. Her hand on top of the glass. I feel very strongly that this may be someone who doesn't drink or who didn't drink. I do feel like that this is someone who actually didn't indulge in anything that could, you know, influence their decision-making capacity in some way. Not even a cigarette, not a, yeah. This does feel like someone who had a lot of pride in themselves. I don't feel an arrogant pride in this though. I just feel they were very, very comfortable in their skin and who they were. And they were also very comfortable. I mean, it's not here with this, with the Queen of Swords, but I feel like just her posture. They didn't hide anything from anyone. And they were quite proud of them, of who, I don't want to say of themselves. They're quite proud of just their own love that they have for themselves. And this is not in a narcissistic way. Now, and I think it's because this person went through some stuff. It's interesting because kind of like what was the Virgo reading. The Devil card at the bottom. Definitely some types of entrapment, enslavement, I'm hearing. Confinement. Held back. Yeah, like, okay, so what I'm getting is this person, there may have been circumstances and situations within their life that physically held them back somehow. But it never changed how they saw themselves. Yeah, that's the kind of pride that I was trying to reach for. It never changed how they saw themselves. It never changed how they saw themselves. Interesting that I would say that's the kind of pride that I was reaching for. So, and I try to make this very clear in the Virgo reading. Okay, if I'm dealing with someone who's identifying as a woman, that's who they were. And I don't want people to get all wrapped up in how do you identify this, like, right? Like, is it transgender? This is coming through as a woman. But the story that this person has, the energy that they have to share with you, the guidance they have to share with you, can absolutely play into your story. Please just don't make your story their story. Their story is theirs, and it is their journey, but they are here to help you. So to say that, you know, because this person experienced something, sorry, where did that come on? That's been off all day. Gosh, that's weird. It's weird the way that comes through. That might be an important point. But this person did whatever physically kept them back, held them back in their world and their environment. It did not change how they saw themselves, how they knew who they were, right? I mean, that is the most important thing here. How they knew who they were, and the pride that they had in themselves for that, regardless of what anyone else thought outside of them, as well as any social constructs that kept them from perhaps truly being more their true selves. So this person's story, wow. One more. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, the story got really big here. Started off with just 3 cards. Oh, look at that. That's a lot of cards. I like this. This one is not so difficult to unpack. It's kind of serious, similar to Virgo, but it's not as difficult to unpack. So, the action card, broken heart, attachment, appreciation, community, second chakra, door to personal healing and happiness. This is interesting. This person was on quite a journey. This person is specifically, I feel like in the last lifetime that this person lived. And remember, what I'm telling you about their life, there's a reason here for it. This is where you start figuring out how this could be yours. If it resonates, don't force a square peg into a round hole, right? So, if it resonates, this person did take action towards a broken heart. And when I say action, they were proactive in trying to heal this, in trying to repair it, in trying to move beyond that. What comes before that, I don't know. It's not part of the story. It's not important for us, for whatever message is coming through. But there was something that caused a broken heart and they took action. They were proactive in healing this. You know, at some point there may have been some sort of a belief in terms of what or how others made them feel about themselves, but they pushed through that. And part of this broken heart is that's part of the healing process that occurred for this person. Remember, what they lived is part of why they're here for you and what they're here to help you with. So they removed this false mask. They saw themselves for who they truly were. And there's that pride. As I was saying, there's that pride. There's that appreciation for themselves. And this is not like an egotistical sense of pride. This is knowing what I've been through. Knowing what I've been through. And knowing what my value is. But you know, I think it's really important to remember that when someone is in this state, that does not diminish anyone else's. Because that's how we should all exist. The minute we feel that someone else's story needs to be replaced by ours, we're trying to diminish that person to uplift ourselves. When what we really need to do is each of us appreciate how amazing we are. And use that energy to uplift one another. And then when you do see a circumstance or situation where someone is, you know, in some way not being allowed, you don't even need to like go towards the energy that's doing this to them. you just go towards them with an open heart and an open mind and give that to them as your gift, right? If that's what this person is doing, they're giving that to you as their gift. They're giving that to you as their gift. Wow, that's really beautiful. Giving that to you as their gift. So those times where you felt depleted, you felt brokenhearted, and this can be romantic, or this can be, you know, you could. Maybe you are gay, or I don't know, maybe you're in an area of the world where your religion or your beliefs are looked down upon. Like something could happen to you where even people that you look up to or that you think should support you don't in some way. And it makes you feel diminished. It makes you feel diminished. It can break your heart. So, and this is the gift she brings to you. However she does it, energetically, manipulating time and space and trying to correct situations or give you opportunities to correct situations for yourself. It's about appreciating yourself. The community. Oh, see? Okay, this is what I see here. Going from this to really appreciating who you are takes you into this. This energy of friendship, abundance, happiness, working really well with each other, kind of birds of a feather. Because once you appreciate yourself, you are now living your true self. You are exhibiting that to the world. They can take it or they can leave it. But you shouldn't need to apologize for being you. Unless you're trying to diminish someone else to lift yourself up. And that's where the wrong comes in. But I'm not seeing that in here. This is something that's happened to this person. And something that you have quite possibly been going through or are going through. And to connect you to where there is really this wonderful kind of cohesive. I'm getting, what's that term? I can see it in my mind. Oh, you know, it's, is it dovetail? Is that what it is? It's some sort of, like in carpentry, where the two pieces, like it's almost just, you know what I'm saying? That, I'm seeing that, like just pieces that fit together so nicely. Because you're glowing as you. That's a challenge. Oh, it's beautiful. You know, and what I really like on the other side of this is the second chakra and the door to personal healing and happiness. The second chakra is one of the most vulnerable areas in our chakras. It is the little house of the soul. It is the most intimate place within us. It is, many will define it as a pleasure center that can be related to orgasmic experience, but it's also that area where, you know, like if you're frightened or there's something, like your gut is speaking to you, like this is the house of the soul. And it is okay. It is okay over on the other side of appreciation, right? It is okay on the other side of the appreciation card. And then that's where the real, like it's open, healed, happy, confident, just glowing in your own skin. Glowing in your own skin. So yeah, it's quite a story. I should have a lot to say. What was at the bottom? The sun! How grand is that? There you go. Wish fulfillment. Oh, see? Nice. Look at that. Turning the devil into the sun. Turning the feeling of being diminished into expansion and truth. Okay, so what's the direct message from this ancestor to you? Direct message from this ancestor to Libra. Ace of Swords. Wheel of... What is this? Oh, the Wheel. This is just called the Wheel. The Star. And the Emperor. This is a very significant message because it's all major arcana except one, and that's an Ace of Swords. I'm hearing I come to you in my dream. I'm just, like, with her eyes closed, it's all that I'm hearing right now. I'm trying to see if anything else is pulling in. All I'm hearing is I come to you in my dream. I come to you in your dream. I come to you in my dream. Interesting. But there's something there. There's some sort of information. She speaks to you this... She speaks to you in your dreams. Maybe she's not always seen, but she's there. She's a voice in the background I'm hearing. She's a voice in the background. Okay, I'm also hearing how you feel when you wake up in the morning. Whether you're feeling energized or not. Like if you're feeling depleted or energized, kind of like one or the other, has something to do with how open you were to what you were hearing in the dream. So, to kind of bring some sort of clarity, or how do I apply that to my life, Cindy? I want to say try to go to bed at night with a very clear mind. Try to stay away from electronic devices for at least an hour before going to bed. Even maybe meditate. Do some meditation. A tiny bit of incense, maybe a few hours, or a Palo Santo to clear the room. Cleanse the room of other energies so that when you do go into sleep, there isn't like a lot of other static and a lot of other frequencies kind of coming in on that. Because she's sending you the message through your dreams. Through your dreams, I'm hearing you may be very strong-minded. Through your dreams is when the strong-minded sort of comes down. It's gone. And she's able to come through to you during the dreams. And again, you may not see her, but listen for her. Because she's trying to show you how to change the cycle. It's trying to tell you. Kind of like I feel like sneaking in the back door here. She's very sneaky. Trying to tell you how to change the cycle for yourself. Even just getting you to believe that you can change the cycle for yourself. And just hearing here, like, on the other side with the Star and the Emperor, this is harnessing your greatest wish and truly being the master of your own life. Really, truly being the master of your own life here. It's like she's whispering the secrets to you at night in your sleep. I really feel that. She's whispering the secrets to you at night in your sleep. Let me see if I can figure out what kind of secret she's whispering to you. Oh, someone's getting something to look. There's a big Leon star. This Ace of Swords. Oh. What a message. Do you know what she's telling you at night in your dreams? That you are the Tower moment. You are. You are the one that controls the change. Yeah, you are the Tower moment. You're not doing a tower moment right now, Lily. Shh. It's okay. Nobody's coming to the house. It's okay. You know what? When they do that, they just want to protect. Maybe you're protecting. You think you're protecting yourself, but you're not. You may actually be protecting others, or you think. So I'm getting like this message of not wanting to be the tower moment, but yet the tower moment has to happen. And if you're the one that is in control of the tower right now, you're the one that is in control of changing the karmic cycle. There's nothing else to do or wait for here except for you to do what you know you have to do on here, and to do what you know you have to do. Okay, let's look at the star. The star, harnessing your greatest wishes. Oh, Jesus, Queen. The Queen of Cups again. Wow, kind of harnessing her, for one thing. Bringing this in. Bringing in love and equality and happiness and freedom. Joy. Warmth. Comfort. So these are not, you know, like the brand new house, or these are very, this is bringing in, with the star card, is bringing in like your own, aligning your frequency up to be very high, and doing so on a very emotional level, which will create great abundance. And I just feel like so many areas here. The Emperor. The Emperor. The Queen of Swords. There's the control. Maybe taking away the false Emperor. The false Emperor identify as those within our world that have, because of politics, social dynamics, have control over our lives, but they have this control to have the control. That's really the only reason. Where a true emperor is one that works for the kingdom, that makes personal sacrifice so that others may benefit, so that the community benefits, like doing things for the community, building something of substance for not just oneself. Just cutting, I'm hearing cutting out the false emperors. Cutting out the false emperor. After the Queen of Swords. Yeah. What comes after the Queen of Swords is the Ace of Wands. There's the new beginning of freedom, expression, rebirthing new things into your world and your life. Seven of Wands at the bottom, followed by the Magician. Interesting. Behind sort of a defensive energy is manifestation, is the energy of manifestation. So if you're having trouble manifesting, or manifesting is just not as smooth or as quick as it typically is for you, if something from your past has left you feeling a little bit defensive, I don't feel like this is a very strong energy, to be honest, because it's not really showing up anywhere else in the reading. Like, it's not coming through like, yeah, like it's really not. I feel like a lot of you coming here are sitting somewhere between these two energies. Some of you might be right in between them. You're about to go into here. You're working on that. Others are trying to free themselves from how the world around them has made them feel about themselves. And then this is the appreciation. So I'm gonna, before I go and do the extended, there is one more gift I have for you. So it is from The World According to Mr. Rogers. These are really great. And I'm going to give you a message. These are all little excerpts of things that he said or wrote about. Aww. So this is from page 135, and it's from the section of the chapter, We Are All Neighbors. It's no secret that I like to get to know people, and not just the outside stuff of their lives. I like to try to understand the meaning of who people are and what they're saying to me. I think that's beautiful. I think that is a wonderful way to never diminish anyone else, to never diminish anyone else's story. It's no secret that I like to get to know people, and not just the outside stuff of their lives. I like to try to understand the meaning of who people are and what they're saying to me. We are all neighbors. We can all be like Mr. Rogers. We're very peaceful. And that's that, Libra. Thank you. I'm going to go do the extended. If I see you there, wonderful. If not, I hope to see you here next week. Ooh. Next week is High Priestess week, so that's going to be interesting. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.